Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. We're going to see if we can turn our luck around in Ixalan here. These last couple of weeks have not been great. I've been trying a couple of different things and not succeeding. We started off the format incredibly hot with, I think, 4 trophies in our first 7 drafts, and since then have not done well. So we're going to try to turn that around here. Have our luck turn around with a Pack 1 Pick 1 Subterranean Schooner. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. 2 mana 3/4 vehicle with crew 1. And when it attacks target creature that crewed it, this turn explores. Yeah, not much else to say about that. Everything else in this pack is pretty darn bad, if you ask me. If this wasn't here, what would I take? Scavenger? Lorekeeper? You know what? I'm not even going to think about it because I don't have to because it was so bad. Alright, where do we go from there? Unfortunately, the only blue card now is Brackish Blunder, which is a fine blue card, but I don't think we have to take it over... What if we took Spelunking and today was the Caves Day? I've lost enough that I don't know if I want to try to draft Caves, have it not work, and then lose very quickly. There is a Petrify here. There's a Snail, a Tithing Blade. The Snail works well with the Schooner. I think the best card here is Petrify. That's close, though. Yeah, I've got the Tithing Blade and the Skullcap Snail. Spelunking for the memes, but I think I'll take the Petrify. And go from the Throne of the Grim Captain, getting it early here. Okay, this is something we could build towards. 2 mana, tap it to mill 2 cards, and it crafts with a dinosaur, a merfolk, a pirate, and a vampire for 4 to give you basically an unbeatable creature. I think that's something I'm willing to try. Because what else are we taking? A Visage of Dread going into black? No, I'm going to go ahead and take the Throne here. And I'm probably looking to be blue-black base. Because that is the best Descend color pair. And if that's going to be the case, I think I'll take a Join the Dead here over Colossodactyl Prairie. Yeah, I think I'll just take a pretty easy Join the Dead in that pack. Deathcap Marionette, not one of our 4 creature types, but does help us mill more cards. There is Mazzalanti, which is draw a card, discard a card. 3 mana, transforms. Gives us a bunch of mana. I don't know what we're going to do with that, though. So there's a Pit of Offerings, which is a card I think is fine to put in most decks, but let's take the Marionette here. Now, a Spiketail is a dinosaur that's going to work with our Throne. We're going to want to make sure we get a minimum of 1 of each. Ideally, maybe 2 of most and 3 of a couple or so. Is that the best card in this pack? Not necessarily, but I think building towards Throne of the Grim Captain is going to be a fun challenge here. We do have a Hidden Cataract. I think we can take that. Blue is already looking to be relatively cut, and now so is black. We could be, you know, black-green and take the Merfolk here. Goes well with Throne. That makes the Schooner less playable for us, but if blue and black are already this cut, makes me slightly worried. Okay, now we have a Shipwreck Sentry, which is a pirate, and a Kincaller, which is a dinosaur. And if my blue-black decks usually like to turtle up a little bit, play these cheap defender cards, and just block until I can, you know, remove all their creatures or flip a Throne here. So I think I'm going to take the Sentry over a Kincaller. So this is the wheel. Forgotten Monument. I think I'm most likely to be blue-black. I mean, Reminiscence is a little bit of card advantage. Also could dump something in the yard if we need to. I don't think this is what we want. It blocks well, though. And we're probably going to be trying to block. It isn't one of our types, however. I don't know if I'll play Reminiscence, but I'll take it here. Oh, look, Spelunking did come back. There is a vampire as well, though. We do need vampires. Don't even have any caves yet. I think we're building towards the black controlling throne deck here. Another chance could be good. Volatile Fault. I don't think we need the puzzle door. If we're going to be milling as often as we are, the another chance could be good. Mycoid could be playable in a deck like this if we're, again, milling as often as we are. Pit of Offerings. Fine card. Draft. I'm not going to play a second Reminiscence, and I don't even think I'm going to play a first Draft. So let's just take that here. And then, what do we see? We have a Schooner for the blue life. And we have a River Herald Guide for the green life. Squirming Emergence could actually be pretty good in our deck. Again, because we are pretty dedicated to milling. There is an Akawali, but that's just generically fine. Grasping Shadows, Cave Diver's a merfolk, Brinefang's a dinosaur, Barontodon is a dinosaur. Does this come back around? Is this card good enough to wheel? I don't know if anybody's actually going to want that. Oh, that's tough. I think I'm going to take it. I don't know. That was really tough. Galta. No, I don't think so, buddy. We don't have a reanimate spell yet. It's not to say we couldn't get one, but the only one is rare. We do have an inverted iceberg. Everything in here is a dinosaur to count towards our throne count here. But I still think I'm thinking myself as base blue-black. And we can splash the Squirming Emergence even. It would still be pretty good in our deck. Now there's a River Herald Scout. I think the tiebreaker over the inverted iceberg for me here is going to be our throne. Could play Unlucky Drop as well. I'd play another iceberg. But let's take the River Herald Scout. And our types currently, 2 merfolk, 1 dinosaur, 1 pirate, 1 vampire. Well, this is a pirate. Malcolm Alluring Scoundrel. That is a pirate. There's also a Join the Dead and an Eaten by Piranhas. But Malcolm is exactly what we're trying to do here. As much as I would love another Join the Dead or even a snail, I think we're going to take that and probably put Petrify and this in the board. Ooh, Starving Revenant. Oh, there's a lot of good stuff here. Wow. Bitter Triumph, Eaten by Piranhas, Starving Revenant, and Deadweight. It's got to be Starving Revenant, though. 4 mana, 4/4. It isn't one of our types, but when ETBs you Surveil 2 and then you lose some life and draw a card, and the Descend 8 on this could very well happen in our deck. So we're going to go ahead and take that here. Echo of Dusk is a 2-drop that is also a vampire that in our deck will likely be a 3/3 a good portion of the time. There's Vito's Inquisitor, but this would be like scraping the bottom of the barrel for types. So let's take the Echo of Dusk. Another River Herald Scout over Tithing Blade, Hurl into History. Currently have only 1 merfolk because I did cut the green merfolk. So I think we're going to take this River Herald Scout pretty easily. Nothing here I think I'm playing. I guess Song of Stupefaction could be a removal spell for this deck. I don't need 2 another chances. I don't need 2 Mycoids. I guess I'll take the Song and maybe I'll play that. Okay, Akawali did come back. So did the Brinefang though, and that's another dinosaur. We're going to take that here. Again, I think we've basically locked in blue-black. don't think I'm playing anything here. Sage of Days could be interesting. So it does send things to the graveyard. Maybe I'll play it. I don't think I will, but we'll see. Unlucky Drop came back. Hoverstone Pilgrim is an interesting one as well. It's just a big roadblock. Like, they can't attack through that. But I think I'm willing to try this. I haven't tried Unlucky Drop yet. Ooh, Eaten by Piranhas came back too. There we go. Pick 13 deadweight? Don't mind if I do. And a cave. Alright, so we're going to have plenty of things to, cut here. Oh my gosh, this is all so good. Okay. We would really like a Waterwind Scout for this deck. Gives us another type. Roaming Throne is just a generically great card. Maybe not great, but generically good card. But, you know, there's a Zoetic Glyph here, and we have a... How many artifacts can we have? So we have an Iceberg, even the Schooner, the Draft if we play it, which we probably won't. We might find our way in getting a couple more map tokens made here. I think I gotta take the Glyph, as good as the other two cards are. Oh my gosh, Breaches. That card is a good one. Don't think I'm going to splash for it, though. So what do we take here? There's a Hermetic Nautilus, which is fine. There's an Oaken's Siren with 4 artifacts. So another Scout, a drop. Currently have 2 Vampires, 2 Merfolk, 2 Dinosaur, 2 Pirate. Okay, so we got to 2 on everything. It's pretty good. I guess I'll take another Scout. This is kind of a meme draft, but I actually think this is real. Like, if you can flip this, you just win. So I think I'm going to take that, as much as I would love Breaches there. Oh, all right, we got a Waterwind Scout anyway. Have to pass up on Inverted Iceberg and another Hermetic Nautilus, but our 2s are looking totally fine. I think we could just take the Scout here pretty easily. This is a Vampire, but not a good one, and I don't even think it's worth playing just for the throne. So the question is, do we play Charticourse or Waterlogged Hulk? I would like a little bit of card draw so I don't have to play this Reminiscence. The Hulk is good with Zoetic Glyph. This might even wheel, though. We might even wheel the Hulk. It's not that great of a card. Which one is this again? A copy of any land in a graveyard, except it's a cave in addition to its types. Don't think so. Cave Worm is a salamander? Is this the first salamander in Magic? Relic's Roar, another chance, Wanderglyph. I don't think I'm playing anything here. So I guess I'll just take the cave. Uchbenbach. Not one of our types. 5-mana 6/4 Vigilance Menace. We could have Descend 8, but there is a Spiketail with 2 dinosaurs currently. A pirate. I don't think this is going to be a good pirate for us, though. I think I'm just going to take the dino over the Uchbenbach there. A vampire, a pirate, a hurl, a pirate hat. Which one do I need more? I have 2 pirates, 2 vampires. How many artifacts? 4 artifacts. This makes our Mephitic Draft a little bit better. I don't think I'm playing it, but I'll take it here. It's legendary, unfortunately. Now, it would give us 2 chances to get it. I think I'm going to take this vampire, though. That's hilarious. I love it, but I don't think we're going to take it here over a vampire. I didn't even note Akawali in pack 3 pick 1. Mephitic Draft, I don't think we're splashing because we're going to be milling ourselves so often that if we mill like our single green land, that's going to be pretty bad. We're going to have to make a ton of cuts here. Do I want an Oaken Siren or a Hermitic Nautilus? Well, if we're planning on just turtling up and crafting, then the Nautilus is going to do exactly what we want to. It's a 1 mana 1 or 2 mana 1/4. Gosh, no one's playing our deck at all. I don't think we need another dinosaur. Iceberg versus Unlucky Drop. I don't know. See, the Hulk wheeled anyway. We might even play it. Yeah, our deck is wide open here. Alright, this is going to be an interesting deck build. And a very different style of deck. Maybe that's what I need to get back on the winning train. Is just, you know, try something completely different than what my instinct is. I think Pit of Offerings is fine. I think 17 lands is important. We can't cut basically any of our types here. So, I mean, I guess we could potentially cut that one. So these are kind of our untouchables. Gosh, the glyph and the drafts are a pretty cool combo. We have so many cards to cut. Now, we're milling ourselves so much that we might actually be able to get away with playing more than 40 cards here. Currently have 4 vampires. I think I can cut this one, go to 3. Everything else here seems okay. The Sage of Days is slightly questionable, but it does work towards our plan. Another chance will be good to get back our dinos, potentially. I think the drafts are going to be good with 2 Acolytes and a Zoetic Glyph. Song is probably a straight-up removal spell in this deck. Eaten by Piranhas is good. Charticore Schooner. Hulk is good. Deadweight. 49 cards? I'd have to add some lands, obviously. I mean, the Mycoid is going to constantly be making 1/1s. How much do we care about the 1/1s, though? Probably not very. Okay, so now comes for the math. So we've got currently 17 lands, so 48. We have 31 non-lands. So 54 cards keeps the same ratio. So if we did 53 is almost like playing 16.1 lands. And 54 would let us play. I mean, how much mill do we actually have? The Hulk is milling us every turn. The Song mills us. Another Chance mills us. Marionette mills us. Iceberg mills. Sage puts things in the yard. Revenant could mill. We don't actually have like a ton, but we've got a good bit. I don't really want to cut anything. It makes us less likely to find the throne, I guess, if we do this. I want to try it. You know what? This is one of those days I just want to try it a little bit. And I mean, we have so many 2-drops. I mean, we're just going to be drawing through our whole deck and just doing everything. Just taking constant game actions. I'm willing to try this one out. You know, maybe I'll adjust this after a game or two. But, you know, as I say sometimes, I'm here to waste my gems. so you don't have to. Yeah, this should be an interesting one. I will see you in game number 1. All right, we start on the draw, and we've got a keepable hand. Got some cards we can play and some lands to cast them. So what do we lead on here? This kind of gives us a little bit of a scry, or draws us an extra land if we got one on top. I mean, I guess that means we can cycle this and just get it back for free here. Alright, playing against Dino is going to have to try to survive. Notably, we already have 3 of our types for the throne here. Chart a course and a land. You know, the issue happens when the throne goes to the graveyard. I had not quite considered that possibility. Do we have a way to get it back? I think another chance is our only graveyard recursion. So the answer is no. Alright, we're going to have to win this another way then. Okay. Alright, that could come in handy here. We have 3... We do have a Sage of Days still in the yard. So we can cycle this and get them both back for basically free. No attacks. Axe Jaw. Ooh, a Braid. Don't like to see that. And a Sunscribe. This is pretty good with the Acolyte here. I think I can do this and then hold up Unlucky Drop and use the Acolyte on the draft here. Probably going to Unlucky Drop their Axe Jaw because I think they're going to abrade our Marionette. Yeah, that's pretty annoying as well. So they could use a Braid to kill our Acolyte here if they wanted. And then everything dies everywhere? No, that doesn't die, I guess. Sure, pass to damage. I guess I'll let them abrade my Acolyte. Well, they just chose not to. That's fine too. What can we do now? We can play a Swamp and a Brine Fang. It looks pretty good against what they've got going on. Could also play a Pit of Offering and a Shipwreck, or and a Sage of Days and a Sentry. I think the Brine Fang seems like a good plan. Oh boy. There's Quintorius. Unfortunately, don't have an artifact at all to use Zoetic Glyph on, I don't think. Am I going crazy? Why can't I even cast this? Enchant artifact? Oh, I guess I could do it on theirs. Okay, how do we get through this now? They're probably chumping here, I would think. Yep. So then I just do this, see what I can find. What does it even say? Look at the top three, put one back on top, may put one in the rest into your graveyard. I will put the Waterwind Scout on top. That gives me a target for the Zoetic Glyph as well. Makes the Sentry be able to attack next turn. Gonna have to find our way through this Quintorius Con, though. That's gonna be difficult. They get a free 3/2 every single turn. At the expense of going up on this. Ridiculous. They still do have a Braid here. The glyph doesn't grant haste, unfortunately, so let's get in over here. And if their plan is to just, you know, chump over and over again, that's probably good news for us. I guess they can abrade our scout here. Looks like they will. Oh. Okay, so they kill our Acolyte now, I guess. I don't think I want to save it. I think I'm just gonna drop their Kutzil after they target it with Might. Because that will let them draw a card if it hits us. This is a sorcery? Wait, why can't I cast this? What's happening? Why am I going crazy here? Why? Oh, your opponent can't cast spells during your turn. The little bit of flavor text on Kutzil there is kind of getting us. Okay. Okay. We have 14 permanents in our yard. They're going to draw another card off of Kutzil hitting us for 5 here, but we have to try to whittle down Quintorius. If they don't want Quintorius to die, they have to chump. I think they're probably just going to let Quintorius die here. No, okay, they care more about Quintorius. So they can kill our Brine Fang 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with Rock Slide. Be left with a 3/2. They again have to chump if they want to keep Quintorius alive. This is going to be a grindy video, just so you all know. Sure, and then I guess I just craft the iceberg here. What do we got? I guess we'll do this one. And I'll hold the land there. I think there's some sort of looting we got going on. Notable, I think we started with 53 cards in our deck. We would be at 9 cards in our deck right now if we did not do that. Discover 4, finding a Kinjali's Dawnrunner. Sure. I think I'd prefer to kill their 5/5 over the Dawnrunner here. Not sure on that though. So if I do attack and then tap that down, I could even join the dead, their Dawnrunner, before blocks. And then I hit them for 11. Then I play the Schooner. And pass the turn. And now we have taken over this game and managed to win with a pretty sweet deck that did basically everything we wanted it to do except mill our win con. But we found another way to win. Alright, we go first this time. And if this were the black land cycler, I would keep this. We're 2 lands away from a Revenant. The song probably doesn't do what we want it to do. We have to find at least a black. If we find a black, we're off to the races here. We can cycle this. We do have a kind of removal spell. I guess I'll keep it. I don't really like this. This is obviously a risk. But if we find a black, we're fine. If we don't find a black... Oh gosh, every time I keep hands like this, it's turn 1 Goblin Tomb Raider. At least we found the swamp. I think we're going to have to cast this before we feel pressure of our life total. There we go. Hit 2 blacks. We're good to go. Starving Revenant on turn 4, but... Let's see if we want to lose the life or not. I think I'll just play this and mill. Alright, got 2. Song is basically a hard removal spell now. That's pretty darn good. That gets past our marionette here. Do have a turn 4 Revenant. Zoetic Glyph pretty good as well. You know, I wouldn't mind a land, but for each one I put on top, I have to take 3 life, and against this aggro deck, it's probably going to be pretty difficult. This also gives us Descend 4. Not that that really matters, but next turn I can cycle Brinefang for a land and Glyph up the draft. So I don't really want to take... It gives us Descend 5, actually, because the Marionette's in there. I don't want to take too much damage against this deck. I really have to watch out. They also missed a land drop, so as long as we can stabilize, I think we'll be okay. If we can just cycle and Glyph or... Okay, so they're gonna combat trick us here, but I kind of have to... I don't have to. +2/+0 and first strike, I guess, is what they could have. I'm actually going to hold back here. Really would like to draw a land so we can Song and Zoetic Glyph. We now know they have a combat trick. That is pretty annoying. Okay, we did find the land, so we get to Zoetic Glyph this, and I think just try to remove something here. I can hit him for 9. I mean, let's get aggro, I guess, right? Not to mention if we can... Could actually cycle this pre-card draw, and then my card draw will let me ping them for 1 and gain a life here. So let's actually do this. Resolves. Find this. Now we draw, and then we get the extra, the life here. Go to my main. Figured they'd probably chump there, so now we actually get to chart a course and gain 2 more life. And Eaten by Piranhas is a nice little protection spell here. They find a way to play a big creature or something. We still know that they have... Okay, that's okay. Oh, it loses all abilities? That's less okay. Now we can't gain life. Do we sacrifice the cave or hold up? I think I'm going to sacrifice the cave over holding up Eaten by Piranhas here. We can still chump block with this. And now this too. Can't imagine they're going to play 16 permanents this turn to kill us with a militia. Plundering Pirate, that is a couple of permanents. Gonna go ahead and get rid of those two. Cast that for free. Fortunately, couldn't have done that pre-combat, but I think now we're in a pretty good spot here. They have 6 mana, but they are at 3. Yeah, that's a blocker for Malcolm, unfortunately. That's another one. This format, man, this format just gets me. It's like, as soon as I feel like I have it in the bag, they always play the exact thing needed. Do I trade the Nautilus for the Pirate here? Currently we're on a potentially 2-turn clock. Like, we have 1 draw step left. Even if this works out, we have 1 draw step. Two Waterwind Scouts on. I mean, they had a pirate and we had 4 creatures on the battlefield. They played 2 Waterwind Scouts and all of a sudden we're basically dead. And of course we drew a land. Don't have anything to play. I don't know if that's correct or not. We don't have a ton of artifacts to make this Shipwreck Sentry attack. We do have our own Waterwind Scout. We are dead next turn. Okay, let's see if they hit on their second map here. We need them to hit a land pretty badly because that keeps our clock at 2. If that becomes a 3-3, then we're just dead next turn. Because I'm sure we'll find another land here. Oh, they didn't even choose to use the map. That helps me out. There's the land I said we would hit. Alright, back to 1 draw step. Sure. That doesn't do it because we can't draw that card. Alright, so we had him dead and then all of a sudden we didn't. Alright. Fun. Yet the losses are just so brutal in this format. I don't know what it is. It's just, you see it coming from a mile away. Or you think you have it all wrapped up, and then all of a sudden they play something and you're like, oh, now I'm just dead. And then you have to play 3 more turns to die. Alright, bit of an awkward hand here, but we do have Marionette on 2. This probably shouldn't be a keep, a 5-lander here, but now we're good. We got a Hulk on 1. That also means we've got Glyph now on 3. Get rid of our removal spell. It's okay. Maybe. Glyph can animate the Hulk here. Unfortunately missed on another permanent. Do I trade with Burning Sun's Cavalry? Gosh. Yeah, because they're about to just run me over here. Okay, so they hit me to 3 down to 17, and then I can't... I guess I can still attack. Let's see if they play the Kin Caller. No, Tully's Favor. That's a good one. Into a Dart Frog. Can I race this anymore? Not with them having a 4/4. Can probably afford to attack for one more turn, but I mean, they're basically at 21. I put them to 16. I go to 12, and then we're kind of stable from there. Okay, they go back up to 16. Yeah. No, I need that to block that 3/3, so no blocks. Another one. Now I can't really afford to attack anymore. I don't win this race anymore, so I'm just going to play this and hold up Malcolm here. Plan to trade the Hulk for the Kin Caller. See if they have that 6/6 or no. See what this is. Sunfired Torch. At least they can equip here. But it doesn't kill anything on our side. Yet. They're going to kill Malcolm here. Not to mention they got 2 Dart Frogs. That both have reach. Ooh, baby. I think we might have it. I think we have it here. Right? Like, what do we got? Let's see. Pirate? Vampire? No! Pirate, vampire... Pirate, vampire. Darn. We'll get close here. We can start milling. I think I'll get this. And these red-green decks don't usually care too much about their graveyard, and I want to be able to have this tap for red and green, or to blue and black as well. Yeah, sometimes they do. Let's see. Got one of them. Yeah, let's just get the other one. It can still tap for blue. Now we do this. And I can trade Malcolm for a Dart Frog here. I mean... they're going to have to trade here at some point. Oh, they just chose not to. Interesting. I think that makes sense, because they're just going to throw the torch at it next turn, and then I could trade the Acolyte for it after it attacks. But then I don't have any creatures to animate with the schooner here. We're pretty close to flipping this. We just got to find our... Oh, they didn't even do it at all. They didn't equip it. Okay, there's a dinosaur. That can get to our graveyard. Yeah, I think they saw the writing on the wall there. They didn't let us flip it. We had a dinosaur. We could put that in the yard, mill 2, and then potentially have 4 mana left to craft it if we hit a merfolk. But still fun nonetheless. We have so many 2-drops in this deck, and we haven't really found a ton of them. We do have Malcolm here, which could run away with the game if they aren't super aggressive. Got a removal spell. Dino puts itself in the graveyard. We'll always have all of the lands, because that's just what we do. So... Double green lantern. Don't care about that. Do they have a 1-drop as well? No? No reach. Okay. I'm sure they'll keep that. Which instantly makes Malcolm a whole lot worse. Every time my opponents play this against me, it just smacks me. I've even had an opponent get to the point where the chorus counters, they start casting stuff for free, and I just conceded. Every time I play it, they have a dart frog, or a 1/1 flyer, or something stupid. I have to take 4 to do this, but this is a good play with the draft coming next turn because this sacrifices the draft, and that's one of our only ways to do it. I'm probably going to have to song their River Herald guide. So this doesn't get out of control. Another reach creature, because why not? Well, I guess we hold back Malcolm to trade with this if they use a map token or something. Got all the lands we need. Can draw another one here, or draw another card. And by another one, I mean another land, I guess. Here comes the map on the Siren. Hit a land. Yes, okay, so they can't equip this and then explore and make it a 3/3, so that's good. We are notably 1 away. I don't like that. What do they have here? +3/+3 and trample. I don't have an answer, really. Okay, let's let them use it on one of these. I think that's it's staggering size here. There it is. I need to find in or dig into an answer for the siren here. There's one. I can use that. Because if they start equipping it and attacking, this thing could get out of hand real quick. That's also an answer. I think they're gonna equip this and then try to start going to town here. So, do I want to use Join the Dead on a Spyglass Siren? This is why these 1/1 flyers are so good in this format. I don't think I really want to. Is the thing. So, I think I'm just gonna deadweight it here and then save this for potentially big creature that they might have. Pirate, dinosaur, vampire. Let me take one of your merfolk. See, that's the thing. I'm probably gonna have to join the dead at some point. I'm not super pressured to do so just yet. It's probably gonna end up a 5/6 at the end of this turn somehow. I haven't even done the math, but I'm sure it's gonna be enormous. Ooh, okay. That's something I can blow out with this at some point. I don't want to be the one to use this before they use Whatley's Final Strike, but the issue is, like, this thing's going to start getting out of hand real quick. I'm wondering if they're going to use it here. They don't even really need to, like... Yeah, I guess I should have just used it pre-combat. So they got an extra value there. I thought they might use it. Okay, they did use it, so... But, I mean, they used it in response to ours. We're not really getting there here. We have a lot of great draws in the deck. We're not finding them at the moment. Okay. Brackish Blunder, returning Acolyte to our hand? Yeah. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, sure. You did it. Give me something good here, please. gosh. Just finding all the good cards over there. We are unfortunately still in need of... a Merfolk? Ooh boy. This comes in tapped, but now we can do it. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it doesn't come in tapped. Alright, do they have a way to deal with this? I'm gonna cry if they have a way to deal with this. The only way I can think is like Tithing Blade or something. It's got hexproof. Not to mention we get attack next turn and then bring in the Spike Tail to give it indestructible in +2/+0. We flipped Throne of the Grim Captain. All right, knowing my luck, we're probably still going to lose with it, but we're going to try our best here. It actually doesn't come in tapped. For some reason, I thought it was just a flip card, but it is a transform card. More lands, obviously. Are you kidding me? Now they just trade with it. And it also loses lifelink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 potential. Tishana's Tidebinder? Guys. Okay. I had some great luck at the start of the format, and this is just really... it's really just beating me down here. Of course, we're just finding nothing but lands. We did find the Grim Captain, but we're about to lose with it. Oh, also, it loses all of its abilities for as long as this is on the battlefield, too. Of course it does. Alright, we'll try to keep this one here. I try to hide my tilt, guys. I really do. Sometimes it just comes through. Everyone gets tilted, and I do too. There are not many ways they could have dealt with that. In fact, I'm not sure there's another way in the entire format except the rare that they had in their hand to deal with that there. I think I'll get this down. That lets us sacrifice the draft here soon. Next turn I can scout and deadweight their brawler, I suppose. Now I don't really want to scout anymore because this is going to come down and punch the scout, which I don't want to happen. I guess I can marionette and then hold up piranhas and spiketail here. I guess this can still punch marionette as well. Does piranhas prevent that from happening? I don't know how this works. I don't think it prevents because the trigger's already on the stack. Even if I make it a 1/1, they can still use it. Oh no, it becomes a black skeleton, so it's no longer a dinosaur. Oh, they didn't even want to do it. Okay. Well, this has Death Touch, so... yeah? Sure. So I could Piranhas the Brawler and eat it, but I think I want to save Piranhas for something bigger here. So I'm not going to do that. I can also just deadweight their Brawler next turn. Vampire, Merfolk, Dinosaur, missing a pirate here. Okay, so still trying to find a pirate for our throne. I have to Piranhas that if I want our throne to survive. Because then it loses all abilities. So let's do that first before we even play it here. And then we'll do this. And then this here. Mill 2. Got rid of the schooner and a removal spell. We could flip the iceberg next turn. Is this still an artifact on the back? No, but it does have hexproof, so... we can still flip the iceberg after this. Ooh, that's a pirate. We have to get rid of both of our creatures on the battlefield to do it. But yeah, let's try it. What can they have in green-red that's going to mess with this now? I have another Tishana's Tidebinder in green-red. That's fine. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. I don't know why they want that in the yard, but I'm not going to let them do it. Okay, that worked. We actually got a hit in with it. Thank you very much. Alright, the battle of big rares here. Trumpeting Carnosaur into an Itzquinth. Can't pay. This has Menace. This can tap things down. I think we're okay. Managed to beat a Trumpeting Carnosaur. Couldn't beat a Tishana's Tidebinder, though. We figured that out the hard way. Alright. Got a Grim Captain win. There we go. We did it once. Alright, we're on the play with a Nautilus or a draft, and then an Acolyte to sacrifice the draft. Gonna need a land, but we like to draw those. Deconstruction Hammer. That is not good news for our Throne of the Grim Captain deck. Again, doing this so that I can have this up to sacrifice that sooner rather than later. Gem Guard, tapping both of these. No? Choosing not to. Okay. Probably gonna join the dead the Gem Guard. It's gonna get big here. But the question is, do I song anything as well? I'm not blocking with this, so let's just see what we get here. Okay, it's pretty good. I think I'm just going to pass. Would like to draw... I don't necessarily have to draw land because I could Starving Revenant, but this should get up to 4 pretty quickly, I would think. Which would deal with a Gem Guard that is at least a 6/6. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good play. I didn't see that line. Alright, so here's the risk. I attack with something, I cast Chart a Course, I draw a land, I join the dead to get the Gem Guard here. There we go. We did find the land. And I do think I need to do this before things get too far out of hand here. But I always forget this thing has vigilance. Why does this have vigilance? I've probably played many... Oh, look, they fixed the bug. This was bugged for a long time. They're just going to kill the Nautilus here now? No. Just start bashing with a 2/3. Another Dauntless Dismantler. They can kill many of our artifacts. Okay, so I think we need to do this. Otherwise... This is going to end up being a pretty darn big problem for us. Got rid of 2 more lands. Of course we did. And then I could Iceberg and Scout. I could Revenant here. I think I'm going to Revenant. See if we need anything. Do we still have the Acolyte? This could actually be pretty good. I don't need another land. This does effectively put me to 7, though. Because, yeah, you know, I'm not going to keep it. Okay, they're out of cards here. Gonna move that around. Probably put it on the Nautilus, I would think. They have good attacks. I probably have to block with the Revenant. I can't just take, what, 5? Yeah, I would have to take 5 here. I suppose I could double block. They turned it into a 5/2. They could only kill one of these. They could activate that to kill the Nautilus, but that also kills their own. Oh wait, something they could do is use the hammer to kill the Nautilus and then pump it, make it a 4/1. It would still trade with this. So we're trading Nautilus and Acolyte for the hammer and their Nautilus here. Right? That's what happens? Yeah, they kill this. This is a 1/4, then they pump it. 5/2. Yeah, I think I'll do this. They're going to bring back a Gem Guard here. Sacrificing Nautilus, Hammer. Okay, sacrifice itself? Other artifacts. So they don't have enough mana value. Oh, they can get the Oaken Siren and the Nautilus to get the Gem Guard back. Yeah, that makes sense. And then it's going to start getting swole. I'm going to start here, see if I can find a land. I did, so now I can scout and then scout again. And I have a good amount of chump blockers for this thing. I would like to surveil something into the yard. Alright, so I'm going to block this thing with the River Herald Scout and then use the Acolyte to drain. That's my plan, at least. Oh, they don't even have to sacrifice this. Oh, it just stays there. It's pretty cool. Okay, playing the grind fest here. Rampaging Spiketail. Okay. That gives us a good attack with the Water Wind Scout. We can also do this. Find another land. The most mana efficient thing is to do is cast the Brine Fang, but this is also good. It lets us attack for 4 here. We do have to find basically endless chump fodder for this thing, or some sort of answer, because we already got rid of Join the Dead. We got rid of Song. Not sure what else we can have that's going to prevent that from just constantly growing over and over and over and over again. What's their last card in hand here? Probably a land. 8 mana, so we can cast both of these here. So let's go to combat. Get in with all of this. Got an artifact in the yard to craft with Iceberg if we need to. Next turn. They go to 6. Still had something they can do. It could have just been the Dismantler activation. Currently that gets rid of just an Iceberg on our side. Yeah. Alright. Managed to get there with it. Try to keep on going. I think this deck is pretty sweet. I've gotten pretty unlucky a couple of times. Alright, on the draw, Hello Throne in turn 1, or in our opening hand here. And we've got a pirate and a dinosaur already. That is really annoying. I hate that card so much. It's very, very good. We're not under a ton of pressure, so I can actually start getting this going here. We'll see if they have an Abrade to kill it. No creature. Sure. I guess I can afford to... Let's mill. I think they have Abrade, which is gonna suck. There's a pirate. Let's start here. Not under a ton of pressure just yet. They had an instant, they chose not to use it. Brazen Blade Master. Equip. Sure. Deadweight does not kill that. pirate, dino, vampire, merfolk. They're just all in our hands, unfortunately. So we're 2 turns away from flipping this. Ooh, dino, pirate, merfolk. Again, vampire is the thing that's kind of holding us back here, so... Still 2 turns away from flipping, I think. I think we gotta do this to block this. If they play another artifact, then this will become a 5/5. Ooh, Starving Revenant? I can't cast it, though. So, no. Jeez. That is another artifact. And it kills our current artifact. Make a treasure, attack with a 5/5. 6/4. Okay, let's just, like, prevent some damage here. Merfolk, pirate, dino, vampires in hand. Now I think they abrade our throne, unfortunately. Now that they know we have all 4 types. No, they didn't do it. Okay, so we get to flip it. What does that do? Start by milling. Oh, we got a vampire in the yard now. We don't even need to sacrifice this one. One, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then, should I just deadweight something here? Makes this less of a threat. I mean, I just gotta preserve my life total and get at least an attack or 2 in with this thing. Next turn I'm gaining 9 life if they can't deal with it because I put the spike tail in. If they attack with both, I probably block with the Acolyte, but not this because they could use a combat trick to get through the Grim Captain here. Yes, this card is very good. +3/+0. Guess they're going to throw it at the Acolyte and kill that. But they don't have a good combat trick up anymore. For just 1 red, I can't imagine what it is except Dire whatever it is. Dire Dreadmaw's Ire. So I think they're going to throw... Well, let's see. They might not, though. It requires them to get rid of either the Dire Flare or the Galleon here. Okay. So pass to blockers. Block here. They are getting priority. It could just be to crew, but it could be Dreadmaw's Ire. Oh, that's a good one. I'd like to see that. Move it over there, yeah. Okay. Make that small again. Get in there, animate the dino. And this should probably do it if we can connect. I think we can, because now they can't even crew. I always forget it makes them sacrifice a non-land permanent, too. Like, how busted is that? Yep. I mean, this card is actually real. I think if you get it early enough and you build around it, I think it works. You find it in pack 3, you probably can't take it. But we took it, what did we take it? Pack 1, pick 3, I think? And we're able to build around it. We've gotten 2 wins straight up off of it. And one should have been another one, if not for, like, literally the only rare answer in the entire set that I can possibly think of. All right, really hoping they're not just going to rope us here. That would be unfortunate. Hate to see the rope. I guess that, yeah, they sacrificed that to kill the spike tail here. Yeah. Dire Blunderbuss. Man, this card is just... Or Dire Flail. It's a really good card. Can it sacrifice itself? No. That's a chump blocker, but fortunately, this has Trample and Menace, in case you were wondering. And we get to put something in, and they have to sacrifice a creature, or a non-land permanent, I guess. Yeah, it's good. There we go. Another Grim Captain win. Up to 5. See if we can get a couple more here. Alright, we're first with a heck of a curve here. Hulk on 1, draft on 2, Glyph animating draft on 3. Yeah, I mean, don't mind if I do. This should work out just fine. Alright, they got a Spyglass Siren. We got our work cut out for us. That is a good card. Blue-black as well. And what's the play? Their own Mephitic Draft. Okay, I really hope they don't animate theirs with a Glyph next turn like I'm about to. Granted, even if they do, we have a marionette to at least kind of deal with it-ish. Skullcap's nail. Ha! Joke's on you. I have so many swamps I don't even care. Mill a card, draw a land, mill 2, mill another one. Yeah, we're doing it all. Put everything in the yard. We already have a pirate and a merfolk. We just have to hope that all these mills don't mill our actual Throne of the Grim Captain, because that's what we're going for here. We've already gotten through 19 cards in our deck, and it's turn 4. Okay, down goes Marionette. What's our count at? 8? Okay. I mean, that flips Waterlog Hulk right now. Do we have an island in there? We do. I think I'm going to mill before I craft. Okay. Now we still do have 8. Unless they have another Tishana's Tidebinder. Okay, that's nice. Fanatical Offering, that's a card I have not played enough of in this format. It is good, though. Ooh, it gets exiled. Okay. That means we don't get to draw a card, lose a life, but we do get to discover 3. I think I'm okay just casting this, actually, rather than putting it in my hand. Cast the Sage of Days and put one of those on top, or do we want to put them all in the yard here? I think I would actually like to draw a land, and I could put the dino in the yard. Yeah, I'll keep one on top. In the turn, we have 2 removal spells. We can flip the iceberg next turn if they give us the opportunity to do so. Okay, we have 3, well, I was going to say 2 removal spells. We have 3 removal spells. I'm probably going to take the deadweight, because then it's most expensive to get rid of that and get our deadweight back. But if they don't take the deadweight, then we have to, then we just use the deadweight on that and get our card back. So they did take the correct card there. Okay, we had too much going on for them. I was gonna... They looked in their hand like they had another Tishana's Tidebinder to counter that, which... That card just gives me nightmares now. But, alright, one more game. Can we get the trophy with this? I think it deserves it. Guys, we have Natural Tron. We have Merfolk, Pirate, Vampire, Dinosaur. We're gonna draw Throne of the Grim Captain off the top, and, profit. Alright, red, white... Attentive Sunscribe. That means I need to play Sentry just to block it. See if Sentry survives or if it gets abraded or something. Alright, that's a flyer. That's gonna make my life tough. Clay-fired bricks. again, makes my life tough in the long term. Ah, more flyers. Yeah, more maps. They could be hitting us for 5 a turn here soon. This is going to be tough. Alright, they got a 3-3. They're being a little bit too aggressive for my liking. Okay. Got 3 in the yard, including a pirate and a dino. So the merfolks are in hand. So we just need to find throne here. Merfolk Cave Diver on top, 2/2 double strike. Sure they're going to put their map there. Then they guarantee it's a 3/3 double strike, which is going to be tough for me to deal with. Could also make their Spyglass Siren a 2/2 flyer. Okay, that's what they'll go for. Alright. Gonna have to another chance back these 2 creatures probably. Oh god. So many flyers. Such a really good card. And a torch to kill our creatures. Yeah, yeah. Please don't hit the throne. Okay. Is it throne or bust at this point? Because we're facing down all kinds of stuff here. I don't have time to cast the Spike Tail right now. I gotta play a flyer and block their stuff. We're finding all the land, so at least we got all that. They're missing a lot of land drops, but they're still just going wide. They're playing a ton of creatures here. 2 top. Alright, well that spells disaster for us. Here they come. Oh, gosh. I guess we block like this. All of this is dying. They still have a 2/2 double striker. I mean, the only thing I could think of to get us out of this is Throne, because they're going hugely wide. Can't block 3 points a turn here. I don't think I'm blocking with this. Currently have 6 permanents in the yard. This card is so good. They did top a card here. Okay, so that is another flyer. That's going to get this flying as well when it attacks. So we take 3. So we're dead next turn. And even if we find Throne, it doesn't matter. So I have to just preserve my life total. I haven't even done the math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 right now. So we can't really cast this. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, they can only deal 9. Okay. I can't cast that, though. I don't really need the mill anymore. Okay, take 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have to do this. Alright, they got a combat trick. Darn. The deck was worthy of a trophy. Should have had one in that unfortunate series of events in that one game. 6-3 is still a fun way to go out with this one. Had a good time with it. I just really wish we would have gotten one more. Just one more win there. But could not quite do it. Dang. All right. So 6-3 again. I mean, if you told me at the beginning of the draft I'd get a 6-3 with this, I'd probably be pretty happy with it. But I just think it was still worthy of getting one more win there. 54 card deck or 53 card deck. Fun either way. The Schooner got to attack once, I think. Is this the deck with the Schooner? Yeah, pack one, pick one. Who knew? Not me. It was all about the Throne here. And Tishana's Tidebinder being the best rare in the set. Thanks for tuning in today. I'll see you next time for your daily draft.